What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I want to talk about a strategy that I'm seeing here for leaderboards, which is not anything new, but the topic has come up in terms of, how do we either disincentivize this behavior or incentivize behavior to get people to play the game more? And what I'm talking about specifically is the leaderboard positions where people just stop playing after a certain part of the season, right? So you can see here, so for example, as a baseline for myself, last season, I did not buy any energy, right? I played a total of 378 battles, all in Modern. I had 191 wins. And I did not place on leaderboard. I was number 67, right? Now, just to anchor this in your mind, there's about 360 energy that you can use in a season. Again, that's going to be the low baseline because that's just simply, 24 energy times 15 days. But usually seasons are a little bit more than 15 days. It's like 15 days and a couple of hours. And granted, you could take some of the energy that you have from a previous season if you don't use it into the next season. So again, 360 is just a rough anchor for somebody who's playing most of the energy that they're getting without buying any energy. So when you look down here, there's a couple of like egregious examples. And I'm not trying to call out any specific accounts for this, right? Again, if you're watchers of the channel, I'm actually curious to get your opinion why you do it this way. It must be beneficial. But like, for example, here's Uncle Tom, right, who only played 89 battles in total. And again, sorry, this is just in Modern for the season, got 20,000 DEC. You see someone down here, Blasted Zeus, with only 41 battles, got 20,000 DEC. Rivals with 48 battles, got 20,000 DEC, right? So, and the list just kind of goes on from there. But then you'll have other folks who obviously purchased energy. So, for example, Hellslash, 400, energy. That's that you might still be able to get away with that if you bring a ton of energy from the previous season. But look at this, Knoxville, 559. I don't even know how to say this name. Zith, like 700 battles played in Modern. So definitely purchasing energy. So again, if we just look at it from the raw numbers, right? Let's say I compare myself to let's go with Uncle Tom. So I have 191 wins versus 68 wins. Again, just roughly where we're at right now. Okay, it's 120 additional wins. I was getting about 4 SPS per win. You value SPS at about 3 cents. And that gives us what, $12, right? Overall, yeah, about $12. So all that extra time, all that extra energy that I was playing got me $12, as opposed to Uncle Tom, who stopped and got the 20,000 DEC, which is roughly equivalent to like $20, right? Again, what you can't really quantify is how much I'm getting in reward chests, whether that is SPS, which actually has a financial incentive or a financial value. But there's also the Soulbound reward cards, which we haven't been able to value yet because they're not unlockable. There are, potions, merits, and I guess that's really it. But either way, you get my point here, where it's just like, what is the better route to take? Because I think what ended up happening when I did a little bit of digging, and I'm not going to cover it in this video, but like, for Uncle Tom, for Blasted Zeus, they ended up playing a bunch more in Wild, wherein they weren't earning as much SPS per win, but they already had secured a bag here for the leaderboard. So, again, I'm wondering what we would need to do in order to either incentivize people to play more in a specific league, right? And they've talked about like a ratings decay kind of system, which I think would be interesting to have. Or is it good enough that I'm able to get whatever benefits from playing more, right? Or should we be rewarding someone like Knoxville and Zith here, who are clearly buying energy and playing more? Now, granted, they're getting way more value in the game in terms of probably a ton more chests, and that'll be something that might be worth looking up. Just a ton more chests throughout the season. I mean, they should have not double, because obviously there's diminishing returns over time, but they're going to have more chests than I earned, right, over the same time frame, just because I have like double the amount of battles that I have. So again, I'm curious to know, for people who for people who actually engage in this kind of tactic for leaderboards, have you found it to be valuable in that way? And do you then spend your time in Wild or kind of vice versa, right, where you climb the leaderboard in one area and then move over to the next? Granted, I still think that if you're playing a lot more games in Modern, then just the returns of SPS alone are going to be significantly higher, right? I earn probably 4x more SPS in Modern than I do in Wild. And again, I haven't played a game in Wild in a long time, but I was just looking at the reward pool statistics and how much I would probably get from that. So maybe this is something that I should try engaging in and seeing. Well, not necessarily leaderboard, but I have made it up to leaderboard positions in the past and then just continue playing because I enjoyed and, of course, go on a losing streak. But I'm curious if maybe this is something I should rethink. So if you have any insight on this, I would appreciate you sharing your experience or your perspective. For me, it's just something fascinating to watch every season come by, and there's people with double-digit games played, right? Which is just crazy. Double-digit games played and coming away with a good amount of DEC. Now, I don't necessarily like Wild. I wouldn't like to go over and play in Wild just for fun, especially because I'm not earning as much SPS per game. But if it doesn't ultimately add up to the amount of DEC that people are getting here, which I kind of just did the math on that, right? It's 120 extra games. $12 versus the 20 if I'd stayed here and made leaderboard. But again, maybe this isn't even something that I should be considering, right? I don't even know that I can make it up into the leaderboard that late in the season, although I have in the past. It's just I enjoy playing too much, so I never even focus on it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below if this is something that you guys try to aim for or that you guys have thought through. Like I said, I'm just curious and kind of comparing some notes here with some of the accounts and seeing what they do, just in case it might be beneficial for me or you to start doing as well. But that's all I got for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.